What's going on, guys? This is Sid, and today's a good day for me. I'm so happy because I'm finally going to be getting something that I've waited for almost 20 years because I'm old, and when I was a kid, I used to play a video game called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Secret Cards, and we had something in that game that we didn't have in the real Yu-Gi-Oh! For the longest time, and I think we're about to be getting it. It's a little different, but still close enough, and I'm really happy for that. I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, this is going to be really exciting. Well, to be fair, the title of this video kind of gives it away. But anyways, before this video starts, make sure you like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And now let's get right into it. So the legendary illusion school of magic step out of the mist. So nobody really cares about the old Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts, Baphomet, and Chimeras. Nobody cares. They suck ass. So this team introduces the new illusionist type, which has in the video games been localized as illusionist or dream. And again, like I said, I used to play the video games, so I remember them as dream monsters. And the funny thing is, Dream was actually an attribute in that video game. It wasn't a type, and it was a weird attribute that kind of looked similar to Light. Now they're kind of getting retrained as kind of like a new type instead of attribute that has nothing to do with Light or Dark. Yeah, it might be kind of closer to Dark, or maybe like a mix of Light and Dark. So yeah, anyways, this is very interesting, and it used to, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but if it had to be like a combination of two types, it would also be like Spellcaster and Fairy at the same time. But yeah, the term originally comes up from the manga as the magic type used by Pegasus, whatever, Maximilian Pegasus. I can't believe that in the manga his name is different. For illusionist, faceless, mage, and relinquished. It's been generally used to cover mythical monsters, reality warpers, and even hypnosis and illusions. Yes, I also do remember that a little bit, but not that much, so yeah, very interesting. Alright, Gazelle, the king of mythical claws, the first one. Level 4 Earth Beast effect monster, 1500 attack, 1200 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add a level Fiend monster or one Chimera fusion monster from your deck to your hand. Very interesting that can add any level 5 Fiend monster generically. But to be fair, the level 5 Fiends, they have a tendency to not really be good. So I'm going to check the targets real quick, but yeah, there's pretty much fuck all. Like King of Yami Makai, if you really want to search some garbage. Dark Chimera, Metal Guardian, the cards that freaking Panic played. You can search Silva and Gold, which is really stupid. You can also search Help Homer. Diabound Colonel, I can't believe this card actually exists. Baphomet, Reaper of Cards. Garbage Lord? Yeah, you can search a lot of garbage, basically. Evil Hero, Sinister Necrom. Yeah, the targets are not great. Or Chimera Fusion, which I don't think exists at the moment. And this card is sent to the graveyard as material for Fusion Summon, even for Guardian Chimera, which is a Chimera monster, but it has nothing to do with the theme. You can add an illusionist monster from your deck to your hand. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, so that's really cool. Alright, the next card is, because the thing is, we haven't checked any illusionist monster yet, so I can't really say if it's good or not. The next card is Baphomet, the Great Wings. Level 5 Fiend. Oh, speaking of the devil, that's a card that you can search with Itchaboy. Really bad stats, but it's because of it has the exact same stats as the original Baphomet. Alright, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a level 4 Beast monster. Oh, that has to have some nasty targets. And or one Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand. Also, you can out special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. Alright, yeah, well, forget the degeneracy, because even if you can search like the best monsters available, like Rescue Rabbit, I think, you still can't really do anything with whatever you summon, so yeah, forget about it. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a fusion summon, you can add, you can revive back an illusionist monster from a grave, and it doesn't negate the effect of the monster, so that's not too bad. So starting from here, we are finally getting some illusionist monsters. Oh, I'm so excited. Level 4 Wind Illusionist effect. Garbage stats, but it doesn't matter. You can discard this card, add one monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck to your hand, except itself. Coatla, oh, that's a dinosaur looking ass. Okay, so you can actually search these two boys, not bad. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. Okay, yeah. When your opponent activates, so in other words, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Monsters, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card or cards you control, and you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast, you can banish this card from your field or grave, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that card. Yeah, okay, not bad, but it would have been cool if you could also banish it from the hand. That would have been pretty freaking awesome, but no, that doesn't matter, because you're always discarding it from the hand to the grave, and then, oh wow, okay, so yeah, this card allows you to get a card that searches a card. All of that plays around Effect Veiler, so that's actually kind of really freaking nasty. Well, I mean, it's not like, again, you're searching this and you're not really doing much else, but alright, okay, the next card is Mirror Swordsman. It's a swordsman, but it's not a freaking warrior, it's an illusion Illusionist. Yes. Level 4 with 1900 attack. Finally a good attack stat. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. Quick effect, you can tribute this card. Special summon one monster that mentions Chimera Fusion from your deck, except itself. Ooh. You can special summon this, which searches you 2 cards. That's really freaking good. And you can search this card with this card. So that's actually insane. Oh my god. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battles involving this card. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field and you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast, you can banish this card from your field or grave, negate the effect. Okay, so unlike this only negates the effect of something that is activating on the field. But wait, hold on a second. That negates freaking anything. Oh my god, this is this is really cool. Ah, yeah, I'm a big fan. Yes, sir. All right, Chimera, the illusion magical beast, level 8. Oh, the first fusion illusionist monster. Looks really freaking cool. Level 8 with 3100 attack. Chimera, the flying mythical beast, and any illusionist monster. This card's name becomes Chimera, the flying mythical beast, and is treated as a phantom beast card while in the field or grave. Nobody really cares about like phantom beast. It's like a dead semi-archetype that doesn't really make sense. This card can make attacks on monsters during each battle phase up to the number of fusion materials used for its summon. Oh, okay, yeah, you can use 1+ illusionist monster, not just one. Okay, so multiples. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle involving this card. Okay, you can literally attack the exact same monster again and again and again. If this card battled an opponent's monster at the end of the damage step, you can change that opponent's monster to 0, also negate its effect. Oh, okay, now I understand. Okay, so if you're attacking over the same monster like 3 times, that's already an OTK. You don't even have to like break the board. You don't have to like attack directly or anything. That's really freaking cool. I like that. And with 3100 attack, you better believe that you will be killing people with this. But if you really want to be killing people, you have to summon this card with like 3 materials or 4 materials potentially. So yeah, that is still really nice though. But so far, this deck doesn't really do anything going first. It's really just like going second, you do things and that's it. So like, even if you go first, like you have 1 negate and that's it so far. All right, Chimera, the Phantom Beast King, level 6. Whoa, oh my god, that's kind of scary. 1 beast monster, 1 feed monster, that's a super poly target. It's not even just like a support card for this archetype. This is like literally super generic. Unless there's like some weird restriction, but I don't think so. Not so far. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. This card's name becomes Chimera, the flying mythical beast, while on the field or in the grave, but is still treated as a phantom beast card. If this card is fusion summoned, you can activate this effect. During the end phase of this turn, send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the grave. That's really cool. Okay, I like that. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your grave. Then target 1 beast, fiend, or illusionist monster in your grave, special summon it. So you can go Dogmatica Punishment, send this from your extra deck to the grave, and then, you know, use this effect in the grave, and then revive back anything. And again, it doesn't negate the effect of anything, and it's generic. So this is actually playable in Unchained, ironically. Like, the deck doesn't really need to summon from the extra deck that much, so if you can play like Drag by Punishment, you can literally revive back your Unchained monsters on your opponent's turn, like for free. And one of the Unchained can destroy a card, like when it's summoned, so oh man, this card's really good, but it's a super poly target. It's like a Dogmatica Punishment target, Nadir Servant target. Kind of does a lot. I don't know, this is and even if you play it in like in its own deck, it's still really good. Like you can send a random card from opponent's hand to the grave. I don't know, so far I'm actually really excited for a bunch of these cards. First of all, because it's a brand new type of monster, so that's already, this is setting up for the future. That's the reason why I'm really just looking forward to this. All right, finally, we've been waiting for this card for so long. It's the last card, but hopefully it's good. Chimera Fusion. It's been involved in like a bunch of card text, but this is finally the first time that we get to read its effect. So quickly spell, nice. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. During the main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials, including a beast or fiend monster. During your main phase of this card is in your graveyard and you have Chimera, the flying mythical beast monster on your field or in your grave, you can activate one of these effects, so either add it to your hand or banish it, and if you do, special summon 1 Gazelle, the king of mythical beast, and 1 Baphomet from your deck and or graveyard. Very interesting. You have to summon the real ones, right? Because I don't think the new ones, they have the same name. Yeah, they're not really treated as the old one. Yeah, you literally have to be searching, like, you have to play like Garnet, actually, because they genuinely do nothing. I think the old Baphomet literally has like no effect. Like, it's an effect monster that does nothing. When this card is normal or flip summon, you can add 1 Gazelle, the king of mythical beast, from your deck to your hand. It doesn't matter because you're going to be summoning both at the same time, and I really don't think you're trying to play multiple Gazelles, multiple Baphomets. I don't know, like, this is kind of useless. But still very interesting because you can use the second effect right away after using the first effect during during the main phase, this is this effect, and then this is during your main phase, obviously. I mean, it's not a trap card, so it's not like you can use it as a quick effect on your opponent's turn. Even if a spell is a quick play spell, you still can't use its graveyard effect as a quick play effect. That's not how Yu-Gi-Oh works. So, yeah, but this is, I don't know, this is cute. This is decent, but not like insane. And again, summoning monsters on your opponent's turn could actually lead to something a little crazy, actually. This can generically summon Guardian Chimera. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it's a quick play spell that fusion summons at any point using monsters from your hand and field. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's generic, really. And then you have Recursion. You can freaking summon 2 monsters. It's funny to think that Guardian Chimera has the word Chimera in it, and it actually has a lot of synergy, like, in this archetype, because you're generally fusion summoning, and you also have, like, Recursion, and, you know, if you're drawing and drawing cards and destroying cards, that's also really nice, because I think this deck kind of lacks that. You have ways of, like, you know, dealing a lot of damage with this card, and then you have ways to, like, kind of hand loop your opponent or getting some nice recursion, but not really a lot of negates. This is like a cool negate that negates any monster effect on the field, and this can protect you from like Valor, Impermanent, stuff like that, which is still also really cool. But this deck still loses to Ash, and it still loses to probably a bunch of things. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is the first wave of support, and I was never a fan of the Gazelle and the Chimera, whatever kind of archetype before, and I really don't care, but I do care about Illusionist finally becoming a type in Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say and showcase for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.